Viewer allows you to review all documentation and data collected for a patient. This is a great way to view the history and will always be accessible to all users, regardless if the patient is discharged or deceased. To access the viewer, you'll want to log into Pixelair. Search for a patient and open the patient chart. Select Viewer in the navigation menu. You can edit your own documentation within Pixelair, typically within 30 days. This time frame is decided by your administrator. From within Viewer, you can use the following functions: download or print an assessment, edit and make changes to your assessments that you have signed for. You are able to compare wound photos in a patient's file, add, edit, and delete photos from a saved assessment. You will notice at times that there is a pencil and paper icon that appears for assessments that you have done and allows you to edit the data you have signed for. You can only make changes to assessments that you have completed. You will not see the pencil and paper icon in assessments done by others. Next, we will cover how to print an assessment. You must be in the patient's file. Select Viewer in the left navigation menu and then select the assessment and treatment flowchart. Choose the wound profile at the top of the page for which you want to print the assessment of. Choose which assessment date you would like to print. Scroll to the bottom of the screen where it says Printable Summary Report and click the PDF graphic. You will be able to print or download the report to your computer. To change or edit assessments, you will need to be logged into Pixelair and locate your patient's file. You can only make changes to an assessment you have signed for. Select the assessment and treatment flowchart under Viewer in the navigation menu. Then select the wound profile you want to edit, located at the top of the page that opens. Locate the assessment date that contains the data you need to change. Click the pencil and paper icon next to the data you want to correct. Make your correction in the pop-up and click Submit. When you make your changes, you will see a red strike through on the old data. It will remain in the patient's chart. In order to compare wound photos, you must be in the patient's file. Go to Photos under Viewer in the navigation menu. Select the wound profile you want to compare pictures of at the top of the page. This will bring you to the Photos page for the wound you have selected. You can compare the images by selecting the date of the image from the drop-down of the image. You can also select the assessment and treatment flowchart in Viewer to compare the images. Click the arrow to select a date from the drop-down next to an assessment date. The various assessment dates and times will appear in the drop-down box. You can now select the assessments you want to compare wound images for. At the bottom of this page, you will see the various pictures that have been captured. You can right-click on the picture and open it in a new tab so that you can review the wound progress with a larger picture. Note, if wound photos weren't taken, there will be a blank box instead of an image. Let's cover adding and deleting photos. To do so, you must be logged into Pixelair and in your patient's file. Select the assessment and treatment flowchart under Viewer in the navigation menu. Choose the wound profile from the top of the page and select the assessment date that contains the image you want to delete or needs an image added. Scroll down to Assessment Images. Click the pencil and paper icon. You will only see this icon on assessments that you yourself completed. You are given the option to delete previous images or browse to upload new images. Click on Upload Images when you're done. The changes you have made will be visible in the assessment and treatment flowchart.